On this episode of Where's the Line, me and Joseph have a pretty poor performance. We talk about some depressing things. We talk about politics. We talk about death. We talk about racism, devastation, Vanderbilt football, bad stuff. This is a bad episode. This is episode number 130. Let's go.
You are now listening to the Where's the Line podcast with Joseph West and Britt Dillard. Enjoy the show.
Milton gonna take a shot wide open and just strutting in is Keaton. Joe Milton does it again.
Orji again on a blitz. Levis pocket collapses. He's on the run. He just heaves it up. And it's intercepted by Vanderbilt. And let the celebration begin. The streak is over at 26. The Commodores win it.
Talk about Vanderbilt football. All I gotta say, and you're going to hell. Bye.
Welcome in another edition of Where's the Line. This is episode number 130. It is Thursday, July 25th, 2024. My name is Britt, joined here by Joseph. How are you today?
I'm amazing, Britt. It's a beautiful day. 7:57 on a beautiful Thursday evening. I'm ready to pod.
I'm ready to pod. Happy to be here. I'm happy to be alive.
I'm happy to be here. I've really survived against all odds the last few weeks. Witnessed a wreck, tractor trailer flip over, witnessed that happen just a couple, maybe 100 feet or so in front of me. That was kind of crazy on the interstate. Had to go in the median to avoid the wreck there. That was cool.
You've just been living out Final Destination.
Yes, and then yesterday I blew a tire on the interstate. Kind of reminded me of McQueen's blown a tire, go, 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 on cars when McQueen blows a tire on the final lap and then tries to hop to the finish line. Absolutely magical movie. But yeah, kind of reminded me of that. So I'm here against all odds. Satan is trying to kill me, and I'm here nonetheless.
I was in a pretty deep depression, knowing that Biden dropped out.
I agree.
Of the race. So I don't know what our country's going to do now that he's not in the future.
Are we just talking politics on this podcast today? Are we about to talk politics?
I'll talk politics.
Where's the line? When you start talking about politics, where's the line at?
The crazy thing is the political line is a very sharp line.
Now it is. I agree. It's like if you're on the right, okay. The right has what we're going to call Trumpers. If you get offended by that, grow up. The right has Trumpers.
Who would be offended by that?
People get offended on Twitter all the time by them getting called Trumpers. They're like, I'm not a Trumper, I'm a Republican. No, you're a Trumper, and it's okay. It's all right that you're a Trumper, but you are a Trumper. You only are voting this way. You're die hard for Donald Trump, no matter the circumstance. You want this man to win no matter what. You don't care what happens, you just want Trump to win. If you're on that side, you're too far right for me. And you're way too far left for me if you're voting for a Dem no matter what. First of all, the Democrats haven't put up a good candidate since Obama. That's a fact. I don't care what anybody says. They ain't put up a good candidate since Obama. That's been the last good one they had. Since then, Hillary. Nobody got anything to say about Hillary.
Crooked Hillary.
Who else have they put up, Britt? Come on, who else has ran?
Joe Biden. That's it.
Joe Biden and now Kamala. More than likely Kamala.
Yeah, and here's my argument against and this is hard hitting this is hard-hitting political knowledge
Okay.
that's being received here. My thing is that there is no female politician more qualified to be the president of the United States politically than Hillary Clinton was in 2016. She was the first lady. She was the Secretary of State. She'd been there. She'd done that. No woman has ever been more qualified than her politically to win president. So Kamala, I mean, she was, for lack of a better term, she was a side hoe. I've seen some pictures of her wild and going.
Oh my
wild
gosh.
when she was young. I think, I don't want to say a word to offend somebody. I think she's, and I shouldn't have. I think.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
And
we started off hot.
And I mean, no disrespect. I don't know her, but I don't think you should vote for. I don't think anybody should vote for her.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What if-
disagree with Britt here.
What if nobody voted?
That
Not a
would be
single
crazy.
vote.
That would never happen because once again, you have your diehards on each side, and even not even Trumpers, but people that are just like diehard Republicans, they would vote for Satan if he ran as a Republican, and same thing for Democrats, they would vote for Satan if he ran as a Democrat. It's ridiculous. Like they're just gonna vote whoever's got that D or that R beside their name because that's what they're running as. It's ridiculous. That's why we abandoned the two-party system. We abandoned old people being able to run. We put an age limit on. We put an age and term limit in politics. If you're over the age of 75 years old, no, actually, if you're over the age of 70, you can no longer run for president. And
That's reasonable.
And in Congress and Senate, all of them, I don't want them to be able to run more than like 3 terms. Senate's only 2 years. That would only be 6 years. Let's make it like 5 terms. If you've been in Congress, some sort of Congress, your whole life, that's ridiculous. Like if you've been there for 40 years, nothing's ever going to change because you've been in there for 40 years. The same people have been in there 40 years, and we just keep reelecting them as people. It's so sad. I hate talking about politics.
I do too. But the thing, what makes us hate it is the hatred on each side.
Yep.
Like if they have made Donald Trump, the words Donald Trump is a cuss word. Donald Trump's the devil. Listen, nobody's perfect. He's done some shady stuff. He's done some.
And same goes for Kamala. Even though
hanging out
Brett
with a
crapped
porn
on her.
star. I don't know. Joe Biden, like it. You can look at any of us, Joseph. I could say stuff about you. I could pick stuff out about you that would be a good argument why you should not be the president. And you could do the same
100%.
thing with me. We could all do it to everybody.
Yep.
But like, you remember in school when you would vote for like prom king and queen or
Yep.
like class president or whatever? It was fun.
It was.
You weren't dogging each other. I realize the stakes are a whole lot bigger here, but like the extremism both ways sucks.
I agree. That was my point, is that it's just whack either way. Politics, not a fun time to be around. Not that this involves politics at all, but me and Britt are going to talk about something rather serious just because I want to hear what Britt has to say on it. If you haven't looked this up, if you do look it up, or if you haven't already seen it, if you do look up the video, you will be sad. Britt, a woman by the name of Sonia Massey, got shot at her house after calling the police because a parent weirdo was walking around outside. Britt, have you seen the video?
Yes, I have.
Britt,
I have
what's
seen
the
the
take? What's the take on the video here?
It's hard to watch.
It is hard to watch. I agree.
It's just we got issues
We do.
all over, and this podcast is brought to you by MSNBC, our sister
Our sister company.
our sister.
Creature.
But I've always said you have to be a certain type of person to be a police officer. And that's true. The confrontation part of it is a skill. Like, and I have a ton of respect for police officers. Like when you pull somebody over and you walk up to their car, like you don't know what is in that vehicle, you don't know what they're doing, you don't know what they've been smoking. You're the first line of defense. But there's issues, and these issues have always
There
been
is.
there. It's just now we have all of them wear cameras and we can
Yeah.
see them,
Yeah,
and there's more
what's
accountability.
what's scummy about this is that dude turned his body camera off. Like, that dude wasn't wearing his body cam. If it wasn't for his good partner having his recording on, we would have just had to take the cop on his word that she charged him with boiling water when she never even got close to him. And she had oven mitts on and fell down to the ground and got shot in the face. There is definitely a problem with police officers. And the problem, once again, with this is people take extreme sides is the problem. People are like, back the blue. If you just listen, nothing bad will happen. If you just listen. And then the other side is, well, we should defund the police and tear down every police department and, and kill all the cops. Like, it's just ridiculous. Both sides are ridiculous when ultimately I can see both sides. There is a problem with police officers. This has happened too many times. There's obviously a problem. And the thing is that a lot of people in America, and this is insane, can say that a cop has done something sketchy or wrong to them. Like, I know tons of people who have told me bad stories about cops. Shoot, it's happened to me twice. Like, and I'm white. I don't fit the description at all. I'm a young white male who doesn't look like a threat. I'm a tall, goofy dude. So it's not just a race problem, although I think that does have things to do with it sometimes. Most time it's just what kind of humans are policemen problem. And you let dudes who have a lot of insecurities or self-esteem issues become cops, and then they think because they have a badge and a gun, they can do whatever they want. And that's where the problem lies most of the time, is that those people think they can do it, they can get away with whatever because they've seen other people do it. And now that this dude immediately has been arrested for murder, and he pleaded not guilty because he's stupid. But yeah, I mean, this is stupid, honestly. Definitely need to do something, need to look into it, whatever it may be. Reform the police maybe is a little major to say that. I think when people hear you say that, they think it's something insane. Really just having police officers evaluated more often and taking them off the road once they mess up. Or like that guy, I read that he had been let go from 5 different police departments. If this dude has been let go from that many police departments as a 26-year-old, something's obviously wrong. This dude's not a good cop. We need to get him off the road. He's not protecting anybody. He's a liability to the public. Nothing else.
Where was he at?
What are we doing?
What town was this in?
I don't know what town this was in. I haven't looked that far into it.
I don't think that's necessarily relevant.
It does. It's not. It's not relevant at all. I don't care where he works. He was obviously scum. That's all that matters.
The first thing that I think of is the decision making. Like, they're at least 20 feet apart, and there's would you say 20 feet?
I would say 15, 10 to 15 probably. You probably went a little high there.
And there's a countertop separating them.
Yep.
How far does he think she was going to throw boiling water? Also,
yes. And if
why are they in her house?
Yeah. Yes. And that's a great question. And some people may be like, well, she called the police about a possible intruder. So maybe they have, maybe so. That's part of protocol to go in and make sure that she's okay and that she hasn't been taken hostage or anything. I don't know what policeman's protocol is. I'm not going to act like I do. So not going to necessarily focus on that. But I think sometimes, and I say this, and I know a cop just got shot the other day, and so maybe this is careless to say, but I think sometimes police officers get scared and they forget they're the ones with the gun. You're the one with the gun on your hip, dude. She has a oven mitts on and a pot of water. Why are you scared and drawing your gun and then unloading a clip in her? What are we doing? You forget you're the one with the gun.
Also, she wasn't even paying attention to they're the ones that told her to go over there and turn it off. Yep.
Sure was. And then she falls to the ground because you drew a gun on her. How do you expect someone to react when you draw a gun on them? Not get scared? I would cower down and fall. You just pulled a gun on me, and I've got oven mitts on and a pot of water in my hand. I just don't get it. I don't get anyone. I haven't seen anyone defend this guy, thank God, because if I did, I would be going off the deep end. I would be so mad if you were defending this guy at all. This is ridiculous. This was sad. This was a human being having evil or being evil. He was not scared for his life. He was not. Do not give me that. Well, I'm sure he was scared for his. No, he wasn't. She had a pot of water and an oven mitt on. Stop. That's ridiculous. It made me so angry. I did see someone say, well, maybe he was scared for his life on like Twitter, and I disregarded it because I was like, I'm not responding to some random. But that was so. I'm so done. I'm done talking about this. I want to talk about sports. I love sports.
Like, carry a taser.
Yes.
If you're gonna tase a little woman.
Yes.
or if you're
Also, there are several other things he could have put. Like, and I get it. If that's a big guy, I get it. Maybe that tasers don't always knock people down. I get that. Sometimes it don't work. I get it. That lady was not doing anything in the next 3 seconds enough to harm you, man. You could have used non-lethal weapons. That's the problem. I think that's when you look to say, were police officers trained this way? And if so, why? That's where you have to start asking that question and how we can get better as a country and move forward where less people die in stupid situations like that. I mean, that lady should be alive today. That's how simple it is. She should be alive, and she's not. And I don't care what kind of human she was. I don't care if she does drugs. I don't care what she did. She should have got another day on earth. That's what it comes down to. And as Christians, the first thing you should be hoping is, I hope she was saved. If she wasn't, that man, although we know it's not his fault if she wasn't and she went to hell, I'm not blaming him at all. But that lady could have eventually given her life to Christ, and her days were numbered because of someone being an idiot. That is sad. You should be sad about that.
Yeah, and he had asked her what her name was, and she was like stumbling on her words, and she did say she had just taken some medicine. So, but like, even if she was on like whatever, like
Painkillers, we don't care.
I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
we
don't care.
It should have ended like this. This lady
is off her rocker.
This lady is off a little bit tonight. Thought she heard something. That's just another call.
We're done.
That happens all the time.
We're clocking out. Yep, we're clocking out for the day. Yeah, I agree. It's pretty sad. It's really sad. Going on, moving forward though, getting away from serious stuff. Everybody listens to this podcast to get away, not to hear more of the same.
This segment is brought to you by ACAB.
Yes, true. Next segment is football. Vanderbilt got some of the worst news they could have possibly got a few weeks ago. Marlon Jones Jr. Will no longer be with the team this year. He was ranked the second best corner in the SEC. Was expected to be preseason all SEC, I believe, unless they've already done that and I just read that incorrectly. But he had like a 89. His PFF grade last year was like a 90 in coverage. He was awesome, and he did play at a lower level. But something has happened there, either with his health or with a family member's health. I'm not really sure, where he will not be with the team this fall. He is still at Vanderbilt. He just will not be playing football with us. It's really sad. Like I said, I don't really know what's happened. Obviously, pray for him and his families, whatever it may concern. But that's a huge blow. He was expecting to be your best corner. And then another player on Vanderbilt's defense, who shall not be named, got a season-ending injury in practice, they believe, or in workouts the other day, where he will not be able to play this year. Talk about back-breaking. I really believed in this secondary. I believed in this defense. This cornerback room is going to be thin. It's going to suck. More than likely now, I think after losing arguably your two best corners, it's really going to suck. You're going to have to see someone step up, maybe freshman Jalen Lackey, maybe Trudell Berry. I don't know, but someone's going to have to step up big time and see if they can't make a leap forward and play some good corner for the Doors this year, because you're going to have some really good receivers. So just hoping that can happen. Dude, I'm so ready for football. Freaking fall practice starts in tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, it's next Wednesday. I'm pretty sure Vanderbilt starts next Wednesday. Let's see. So we're less than a week from from fall practice. It's hard to be mad about that.
Yeah, speaking of football, I'm getting married during football season.
If you think Britt is not a real if you think Britt is not a real UT fan for having his game or having his wedding, which not that, let's be honest here, not just Britt, even though I do give Britt crap for being a simp. Let's never act like it's really the groom's decision on picking the date on what day the wedding's going to be on, because it never is. So let's not act like that. But if you think Britt is fake, respond in the comments, because his wedding is on the day of UT and Florida. So if you think he's fake for that, put it in the comments. If you think
comment
Okay.
Britt is fake in the comments.
honestly, facts.
But we were setting the wedding. We didn't want to have it in summer.
True.
You gotta be dumb to get married in summer.
That's facts.
So we said the fall. I said, okay, I'll do it in the fall, as long as it's not in the third Saturday in October or the third Saturday in September, because that's Florida, that's Alabama. The new SEC schedule happened, and now I'm not getting married anymore. So
Yep. I knew that.
no, the real thing is, if you ever question how much I love my fiance, look at this. Think again. I will say this though: tickets right now on Ticketmaster, X5 row 16. That's my row. Oh wait, these are my tickets for sale. Okay, they're for sale. 2 tickets, $1,151.
Let's go. You're gonna make that bag and get married. Yeah,
Make that bag.
I have been offered a bag for my Bama tickets. I will be at a wedding that day. Of the day of the Vanderbilt and Bama game. As my wonderful girlfriend's sister gets married. Congratulations to them. I will be there. And yeah, I have to sell my Bama tickets. If you think I'm fake, if I sell to a Bama fan, let me know.
As my girlfriend gets married.
As my
That's another-
girlfriend's sister, sorry. And
No,
also-
I had. There's another wedding the week of an important Tennessee game. I'm not going to say because we live in a small town and they'll figure it out. But I was told, hey, what are you doing this day? I'm like, I'm watching the Tennessee game. And they said, no, that's Gracie Joe's wedding. And I said, I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I reiterated, I will not be there.
I agree.
So that's called being a good husband.
If you want to plan something, you better plan it in the bye week like I did in September. That's it. I planned it in Vanderbilt and UT's bye week, something I wanted to do with my friends, and I said no one has an excuse not to be there because this is the bye week.
Yeah, you better plan it in the Bible. It better say in the Bible you have to be at this wedding
Yep, I agree.
on this day.
I agree 100%.
Also,
Fall
I got
camp.
my Bible.
Britt, coming up fall camp next week, who is going to be UT's breakout player on
Nico.
offense and defense? I want an offensive player. I want a defensive player. Nico's not
Okay,
an option.
I'm not going to say Nico.
Yeah, Nico can't be an option. A breakout player cannot be someone who you have expectations for. A breakout player has to be someone young, really not a transfer either, because a lot of transfers you have expectations for, like because of they're coming in to fill a role in a sense. So preferably like a freshman or sophomore, someone you think is going to get some playing time and be big time.
Defense is simple. Boo Carter,
Okay.
true freshman, probably going to play star or one of the safety positions. Boo Carter. I don't know if he'll start. I think he should. I don't know if he will, but Boo Carter's going to be really good. On offense, I'm either thinking Braylon Staley, who's a receiver, 99 speed on the EA Sports college football game,
Got it.
by the way.
They're next.
Or hold on. There's a running back. Dang it. I can't remember his name. I'll say Braylon Staley. Or
I like that.
Mike Matthews,
Okay, I like the Mike Matthews pick. Big name.
another true freshman receiver. I'm
like that a
excited.
lot.
I'm
I'm excited for football. I'm so excited.
Football's going to look different this year.
It is.
12-team playoff. The Pac-12 doesn't exist. Big Ten and SEC are different. Texas, I'm so sick of Texas, man.
Yeah. I will say this, and I think I said this a while back, but people are sleeping on. I don't know if I said this last podcast, so just make sure I get it out there. I think people are underestimating Oklahoma in the SEC. I may have said that last podcast. If I did, I'm sorry for repeating myself. I couldn't remember. But I think people are sleeping on them. I think they could be good. So don't totally leave them out of your equation. But yeah, we'll see what football season holds. I'm excited. I think Vanderbilt can actually be kind of okay. Not to get my hopes too high or anything, but I'm excited to see who breaks out and kind of what happens in fall camp. And August 31st, man, just a little over a month away before I'm inside of First Bank. First Bank, I'm inside of you. And I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. Virginia Tech, they're not ready. I don't even care if we get blown out. I'll be there to that last snap of football because I love Vanderbilt.
I went to change the subject here. This segment is brought to you by the state of Florida. I went to the state of Florida last week, and every year, I think this happened the year we went together. I get burnt every year, bad, so bad. And so this year I got SPF 100.
Okay.
It was $15 a can. Got two cans.
Got it.
I sprayed it all over me. Maybe it was $10 a can. I sprayed it all over me. It was like paint on my body. It was like white spray paint on my body. I still haven't got it off. That was a week. I put it on a week ago. It's still on me. And it's making my shirt stick to my body. I had these brown bumps. I had these like black dots all over my chest, and I was texting my fiance like, "What is happening?" I thought I had some kind of like my gallbladder was failing or something. And then I started scratching, and it was sunscreen.
So what was the point of that?
I was just thinking about it because my shirt, it was sticking to my shirt.
Okay.
Or my shirt was sticking to my body.
Okay, got it. So Britt hates the state of Florida or hates sunscreen. I can't tell which one. Honestly, though, I never wear sunscreen. I would encourage you not to wear sunscreen. Sunscreen is for the weak. Just go out there, get burnt, be a man, and come back in. Really simple.
Well, the way I look at it, either way, you're going to get cancer. If you stand out in the sun, you're going to get cancer, but it's going to hurt. If you just put on sunscreen, just give yourself the cancer, and just don't be in pain.
I like that.
That's the way I like it.
I like that. Britt, that's crazy.
It is. That's crazy. It's crazy that we have this burning ball of fire that if you stand exposed to it for too long, it will literally burn you. And it's however many thousands and thousands. How many miles away is the sun?
I don't know. I just know that literally God was cooking, if I can say that. Like that man, like think about, and then this is what gets me when people are be like, they question God's existence. I'm like, dude, if the sun was like people say, if the sun was further away, it wouldn't be enough to like help crops and stuff grow and things like that. And if it was closer, we would die. Like we would die. Like how do you that did not happen by some boom in the galaxy? Okay, no, stop.
It's interesting question here for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Interesting. How old do you think the Earth is?
Couple thousand years. I'm a couple thousand guy.
I think that's the biblical answer.
You think?
I think it is. Okay. But the argument against it is like you can pull up a fossil and carbon date it, and it's millions of years old.
Yeah.
Or however old.
But also, how did we figure out that our carbon dating is correct? We didn't. Like, that's my thing. Like, no one actually knows. That's the thing. That's just opinion. Who actually cares?
Well, I mean, I do feel like the half-life of carbon is, I don't know.
Hey, who cares? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay, here's another question for you. Could you or would you kill baby Hitler? If you imagine you walk into a room, it's like, I don't know, it's like 1902 or whatever. Baby Hitler, there's a baby in the crib, like a cute baby, and you know it's Hitler. Could you kill it?
No.
You can't.
No.
That's the correct answer.
But listen though, I don't have to kill it in order to stop what happened, though. You can both, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to kill him in order to stop it. I'll just take him. I'll just steal him. I'll just grow him up somewhere else. Simple math. I'll grow him up over here in America instead, and he'll be happy, and he won't be so mad and grow up thinking that he's better than someone else.
But also, I think Hitler was kind of a warning to everybody that like Hitler was a real goofball. And be like, he's an example of like, you can't go that far. You can't go that's too far.
Yeah.
I think everybody would agree with that. So like, if we didn't have that, listen, it was terrible what happened. If we didn't have that, what else would have happened?
Nothing.
Is that as bad as it gets?
What do you mean?
The Holocaust? The Holocaust,
Yeah,
is that the worst thing that could,
the Holocaust is the worst thing that's ever happened, ever. 100%.
in human history?
Yeah, in human history, 100%. Well, I mean, not the worst thing in history because that's Jesus on the cross, but also the best. So it's the worst and the best, right? But anyways, it's like someone said the other day, the worst thing in history was 9/11. They were talking about my birthday, and they were saying, "Oh, you were born on the worst day in history." I was like, 9/11 worse than the Holocaust? I don't think so. Like, it's not even close. But like, as far as things that we think about on like a daily basis, like as far as like tragedies, not including like Jesus, then I would say the Holocaust is the worst thing ever. Yeah. I don't know what's worse than that. I mean,
nothing's gonna measure up to that. Some of the most tragic days. Let's get into
D-Day.
This is sad.
D-Day.
I mean, D-Day was victorious. I mean, we won eventually.
It's still sad.
What's sad? Okay, that kind of trumps what I was gonna say. I was gonna say when Kobe Bryant died.
Oh, dude, I was tore up. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was tore up.
When Kobe died, when Sandy Hook happened.
Sandy Hook was big. I agree.
When Trump got shot.
Never put that in there again.
January 6th.
Stop. You're done. You're canceled. You're done. You're canceled by your co-host. You're done.
What are some of the most tragic days?
9/11. If American
That's
history,
terrible.
If you're talking American history, then it's Pearl Harbor, 9/11 are the top two. 100%, not close. 9/11 worse, probably. Even though more people didn't die, what happened is insane.
Yeah.
Like, like Pearl Harbor, they went after a military base. They killed civilians for 9/11. Like, a ton of civilians died. Like, that's insane. They attacked us on our grounds. Obviously, we made them pay. And then we were in a war we should have never been in, and then we had a bunch of troops die for it, which is really sad as well. So 9/11 caused more death than just the death on that day, which is super sad. Why are we talking about sad stuff? People are going to get on this podcast and be like, what the heck is this? This is ridiculous. Let's go to That's Crazy. How about that? Let's do something that the people actually might enjoy for like 15 minutes. And then
Nobody's listening.
No way. If you're still listening right now, I'm in love with you, actually. Unless you're a woman, then I'd hate you. I'm not allowed
Comment
to
down below if you're still listening. Comment down below, like,
Honestly.
subscribe, and comment down below.
Honestly, yes. Britt, That's Crazy. What's your first That's Crazy, Britt?
Ooh, that's crazy. This is kind of crazy. I was thinking of this today. There are some things on Earth like everything that exists as far as like fauna, like animals and bugs, and everything pretty much exists for a reason. Like, that's one thing we learned in school. Like, something is eaten. Everything is eaten by something.
Yep.
Everything has a bug falls out of a tree, a fish is going to eat it, all kinds of stuff, birds. But like, when you think of the best pollinators, like a bee, the bee is the best pollinator. That's the most important bug is a bee and a butterfly because they pollinate stuff. But when you think about a wasp or a mosquito, why do they exist? A mosquito is not pollinating. Why does a mosquito exist? I realize it's eaten by something, but like a wasp.
I hate a mosquito.
Is anything going to eat a wasp?
Hey, no. I don't know. I'm not like that. I'm not about animals like that. But I wouldn't eat no wasp. Wasps suck.
You kind of sound like a mosquito right now.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Like I still do?
Yeah, you went robot for.
Good.
But yeah, what else is?
Can you hear me now, Britt?
Yeah, you're robot.
Still?
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, hold on. It's freaking technical difficulty. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
This episode is sponsored by Blue Yeti microphones. As he gets readjusted here.
All right, can you hear me?
It's worse. It's even worse.
How about now?
It's bad.
It's still bad?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, talk about something while my mic's broke.
Well, I don't really. I tell you what's crazy. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, the transgender person.
Hopefully it's fixed because you got to stop talking.
It's bad.
All right. Well, then we're just going to have to be done.
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Fix it.
All right, we'll be back. All right, we couldn't figure it out. This is the end. We were about to say something crazy, and God said, no. He said, you're done. You said the R word. You're talking about pedophiles. You're talking about death and politics. This is the worst episode we've ever done.
This is the worst episode we've ever done. My mic sucks. I don't care. Good night.
Okay, goodbye.